What's good, YouTube? Back in today with another video. Today, this video, first of all, I want to say, I know it's been a while. I know I took off, but I ain't take off. I just took me a break. A lot of things I'm doing. So, of course, starting up businesses. So, you have to kind of put certain things first over certain things. But I will be coming back with the shorts every day. I will be doing the videos, like as we talked about before, every day. But if not, every week, or probably twice or 3 times a week. But also, you know, they trying to take your boy down, but it ain't gonna happen. They trying to strike my page, but everything's resolved. They can't stop it. You know, everything that I do it correctly. I make sure I follow the rules, and no matter what, we still gonna push through this thing. So today, I want to talk about something that needs to be talked about. Today is not gonna be a video about relationships or women's nature or men's nature. We gonna talk about more things that goes into society, because I teach y'all how to be more productive. And it's certain things that y'all have to know when y'all are going throughout. I know y'all want to hear the stories and the relationship advice, but y'all have to also look at certain things that's going on in y'all community and also y'all country as well. Today, we're going to talk about something that people are not talking about, and the reason why things are not being talked about because they don't want certain things to be looked at in a certain way in the country. So we're going to talk about it. And today is America failing and falling. What I mean by America failing is that the economy is failing. And I want y'all to realize that they're not telling you this. When you look at America, America is $37 trillion in debt. About 3 years ago, it was about $25 trillion in debt. When you sit back and you look at how much debt this country's in, there's no other country that's this much in debt. There's no other country that's this much in debt. And they don't want to tell you this because they don't want you to panic. But it's failing. You know how the Roman Empire was huge back in the biblical days, like how they ruled like over 50% of the earth. The Soviet Union, they were huge. They ended up getting broke up. As stuff falls, stuff fails. Germany economy failed. That's how World War II got started. Countries fail. So when you have countries that fail, you have a depression or like a recession type of thing. America is way past a recession and depression. Way past a recession or depression. But they're not telling you this because they don't want to scare you. I came up with like 4 key things to know when a country is going to fail and how they're going to fail. So without further ado, let's get into it. Some of the key things where y'all can notice when a country is failing is when you see inflation. Y'all talk about inflation, y'all talk about it, but y'all do not actually, how inflation happens. Inflation happens is when a country is trying to make more money because there's so much in the deficit where the dollar is going up. So when the dollar is going up, that means that the country is losing its value. Y'all just say inflation stuff is going up, it's gonna go back down at a certain point. No, it's not. The debt is not getting lower in any type of way. In any type of way, the debt is not going, it's growing. It's growing. So whenever y'all have this inflation, y'all have to realize that that is a key indicator that your economy is going to fail. This huge market that U.S. used to be, and I'm gonna get into the ways how the U.S. actually made their money and actually how the U.S. capitalized on certain situations and how they made their money. But those days are long gone. Those days are long gone. So the key thing, like I said, is when you see spikes, when you see in these homes when nobody can buy a home, a lot of homes that y'all see that was once worth 180,000 is now about 400,000. What happened to Dollar Tree? Dollar Tree used to be $1. Ain't nothing in there $1 really. Everything's in there $1.25 and up. Y'all have to realize that when y'all look at certain things and y'all say, okay, why is this going up? Why is this going up? It's because the country is failing. They need more money. They need to charge y'all more money in order to try to somehow bring that deficit down. And there's no way of doing it. There's no way of doing it. Off $37 trillion, the country is y'all gonna pretty soon it's gonna be very scarce. From food, housing, for the bare necessities, it's gonna be, and it's coming. It's coming. So that was number one. The number one thing was how, and when you see inflation, that's signs of your country failing. Number two, how you know a country is failing, is you see companies moving out of the country. What I mean by this, when you have countries, I won't say countries, companies. When you have companies that was based in the U.S. and now, when you call a customer service line, or if you call an Amazon customer service line, or if you call like a Chase customer service line, when was the last time you heard an American accent? I'll wait. Because there is none. Big companies move out of the country because they're seeing that it is costing them too much to be here. Even though they can still sell to you, don't get it wrong, we still have a little money that we work for, and they can still sell it to us, but they can take their countries and move them out the country so that they can either save money and also pay lower wages. So when you see that, you see a whole lot of office spaces open. You see whole lot of office spaces saying it's for lease. This is not by coincidence. This is not because nobody's starting no businesses. It's because this country is failing economically. So when y'all have these type of situations where these companies are moving out, then what happens? Americans lose jobs. Americans lose jobs. So now you're seeing a spike in unemployment. You're seeing a spike in unemployment now. So when you see a spike in unemployment, that means, okay, everybody's on unemployment. Yeah, we're a country where we don't have to sit back and be on the street. We can get government assistance. But at the same time, when you accept that government assistance and there's a whole bunch of people's on government assistance, what do you think happens to that bill that you owe for $37 trillion? It keeps going up. It keeps going up. So if push come to shove, all y'all get on government assistance. Okay, we in America. We're sitting right here living on government assistance. We still gonna be good. Y'all still gonna be in debt, and it's gonna make y'all country fail. And that's how you get revolutions. That's how you sit back and turn over a whole government and how the government is set up. America was big on diplomacy, but let me explain diplomacy for a second. And I'm glad that I could voice this, because a lot of people don't talk about this and a lot of people don't understand this type of thing, and they got y'all lost. So I'm here to make sure y'all are found. So how America is, they believe in like this free liberty that everybody has. You can do anything you want, you can be anything that you want. If you want to start a business, you can. You can make all the money you want, it's yours. But at the same time, that type of government, how that's set up, it's not always the best. Let me tell you how it's not the best, because when you have somebody making billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, I won't say trillions, but billions of dollars, you have only that one individual. That individual has to pay nobody anything. Doesn't have to pay nobody anything but the lower wage, minimum wage, make his billions, and then he keeps that money right in his small family. Where when you have a communist country, and a lot of people look down on communism, but communism, I'm gonna speak about a country who has that type of government. So communism is when nobody can own. You can still own like your home. You can still like own your car, but as far as businesses, there's no you cannot own a business. That be the reason why you cannot own a business, because everybody works for like the government, but the government takes care of your health, they take care of your housing, they take care of your food, so all the basic needs are met. One country that is flourishing in this type of economy and type of government is China. China, I believe, almost made the same amount of money as us last year. So when you look at that, China has no debt. I believe they have debt, but it's very small, probably like 900 billion or something like that. Very small. They have technically no debt. But China always opposed that this type of government is always the right government. If you do not have this type of government, your government will fail at a certain time, which we see here. Because you have these business owners, they own their businesses. If they don't like how the government is going, they can ship their customer service, ship their business somewhere else and pay another country that money. It'll be lower, and then it will be better for them to have that money basically saved while we rob everybody of their jobs until we're gonna lay them off. This is you can do that. We have that type of government. And China always knew that their government will always be sufficient because they take care of everybody's needs. But you can not only have all that money to yourself, you have to give to your community. Flourishing. China has, if you look at the 1990s and then you look at to now, how big China has grew. China has way smarter than us. Number one, they're way more in shape than us. Number two, and they have way more money than us. I do not understand how y'all motherfuckers can sit right here and still say that our government is not failing. It's failing and it's going to fall. It's going to fall, but they're not telling you this. And I'm being straight up with you. And if y'all do not start understanding, maybe y'all need to start getting some dual citizenships, because it's coming. And how you see revolts and revolutions, how crazy it gets, people are going to start to lose their mind. They don't want y'all to panic. They do not want y'all to panic, and they don't want to tell y'all this. They know it. They know it's nothing that they can do about it. It don't matter who they put in that office. It don't matter how much they try to raise y'all taxes up. How much taxes you how much is you gonna raise somebody goddamn taxes before somebody sit right there and say, you know what, fuck this shit. I ain't doing it. Y'all can go to hell. Y'all charge somebody all this money, all this interest. And that goes along with the inflation. Interest rates are way high. You have good credit, you'll get a 8% interest rate on the car. It used to be 2 or 3%. These banks are trying to help the U.S. economy, but it's not. It's not going to help. There's nothing that you can do. The debt is not gotten any smaller. But that was that one. The next thing, how y'all can pay attention to, that y'all need to pay attention to, why ain't y'all looking at all these companies that then went out of business? A lot of these companies, American companies, just to say a few, and this is not this is not even the 5% of the companies that went out of business. These are key indications that y'all need to pay attention to. Y'all used to remember Kmart, remember Bed Bath & Beyond, remember Sears, remember malls, remember Toys R Us, Ashley's Furniture, Room Place, Circuit City. Where do y'all go? Y'all thought they just moved and went somewhere else? No, they went bankrupt. They went bankrupt. So y'all telling me y'all seen all these companies failing? These companies that they have here now, a lot of these companies are foreign companies that's just making a dollar off the American people. That money is not going back to the Americans. It's going to wherever country these people are from. They just can set up their company here. They could just set their company up here and make the money off of us, and then they take the money back to their country. They get taxed on it, the money that they make here, but that ain't nothing. They making a killing. They making a killing. So it doesn't matter. These companies, when y'all thinking these countries going out of business because, oh, they're not revolutionizing, they're not staying up to date with their technology. No, the fuck, it don't matter. You think these are once $1 billion companies? You don't think they can understand? No, the money is becoming scarce. The money is coming scarce. But that was that. Next, I want to talk about how America got rich. How America became the greatest country, the most richest country, and how those resources are not here today. And they're twinkling out. They're trickling out. Number fucking one. But before I tell y'all how America got rich, I will want y'all to stay tuned to the next part of this video. This video is already at 18 minutes, so we're going to cut this video short, and I'm going to tell you how America got rich in part 2. Without further ado, I want you to like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you're already not. And like I always say, I'm King James, and I'm out.